Hi class, today we are in Sex and Math, book for lesson 90, and this is the second part of multiplying two-digit numbers. So, when we've done this before, let me go over the steps here for a second. Let's do 42 times 16. Okay, so when we did this before, we had 6 times 2, it equaled 12. We carried our plus 1, and then we would do 6 times 4 plus 1, so 24, 25. And then remember, when we're multiplying our 1 here, this is not just a 1, it's a 10 that we have to multiply. So it's 10 times 2, which is 20, so we have to put that 0 down there, and then we get our 2, and then 10 times 40, which is going to be 400. Notice how my 4 here is in the hundreds place, so 420. Then we add our answers, so 2 plus 0 is 2, 5 plus 2 is 7, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is what we've done before. Today we're going to make it just a teensy bit more complicated. I'm going to change my numbers to 46 times 27. And I'll show you what I mean by this, a teensy bit more complicated. I said 46. There we go. 46 times 27. So again, we start with our ones places. 7 times 6 is 42, so we write our 2, and then we have our plus 4 up there. Then we do 7 times 4, which is 28, plus 4, so we've got 32 here. All right, so we've taken care of this 7. I'm going to cross them out just to show we're not paying attention to him anymore. Now we have to do 20 times 46. Well, I'll start by putting my 0 there. Then I can do 2 times 6, which is 12. So here I'm carrying again. So I have to put my 2 down here, and I have to carry a plus 1. So there's a couple ways to do this. After you add your 4, you can erase it, and then you'll just have a plus 1 up there. Or the way Saxon teaches you to do it, you can stack them like this, so that you know when you're working on your tens place here that you're not adding the 4, you've already done that, you're adding the 1. So whichever way you prefer, or sometimes when I'm showing kids to do it on paper, I'll even have them just cross out that first one. It's still there, but you know you've already used it, and then you can just focus on the second one there. So we did 2 times 6, we got 12. Now we have to do 2 times 4, which is 8. Plus 1, which is 9, and we add our answers together here. So 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 3 plus 9 is 12. So we have an answer of 1,242. Okay, we're going to do a couple more examples like that. This next one is a word problem. So it says a golf course has 46 different spectator mounds. Each mound can seat an average of 72 spectators. How many spectators can be seated on the mounds altogether? So just so you know, a spectator is somebody who's watching a sport. So in golf, they have different places for spectators, people who are watching, to sit. In this case, there are 46 spectator mounds, and each one can hold 72 spectators. So we have 46 groups of 72 people, spectators, watching golf here. And then the question says, how many spectators can be seated on the mounds all together? So we're going to have to multiply. So just like I showed you before, we do our ones. 2 times 6 is 12. We'll carry our plus 1 over there. And then 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Good to go. Done with our 2. Now we move on to the 7. 7D times 6 is going to end with the 0. So now 7 times 6 is 42. We'll put my 2 there, and I'll carry my plus 4. I'm just going to cross out that 1 to get rid of it and show that I'm not using it anymore. Then 7 times 4 is 28, plus 4 is 32. We have to add our numbers here. 2 and 0 is 2. 9 and 2 is 11. 3 and 3. So 3,312 spectators can fit on that golf course to watch the game. All right, our next example is another word problem. It says Adelio estimated the product of 86 times 74. So let's write that one down. He estimated this. So remember, estimate means we're rounding. Did Adelio, he estimated that it was approximately 6,300. So now the question is, did Adelio make a reasonable estimate? Well, to figure that out, we kind of have to estimate it ourselves. So 86 is going to round to 90. 74 is going to round to 70. And what is 9 times 7? It's 63. Plus, I have 1, 2 zeros here, so 1, 2 zeros there. So did Adelio make a reasonable estimate? Yes, he did. He got the same estimate I would have gotten if I had estimated. All right. The first 4 lesson practice problems are on the board behind me. I would like for you to pause the video, try these 4 on your own, and then when you're ready, come on back. We'll go over the answers, and I have a word problem from your lesson practice as well. Okay, so you should have tried these 4 problems. We're going to start with 38 times 26. So 8 times 6 is 48. Then we do 6 times 3, which is 18, plus 4, 22. Now, we put our 0 there, and we're doing 2 times 8, which is 16. So I'm going to cross that one out and just write a plus 1 up there. So then 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. We've got 8, 9. So 988. I'm going to switch out markers because this one seems to be drying up on me a little bit. But we got 988. 49 times 82. 9 times 2 is 18. 2 times 4 plus 1. Did you get 9? 80, so I need my 0 there. 8 times 9 is 72. We'll cross that one out and put a little plus 7. 8 times 4, 32, plus 7, 39. Man, a lot of my markers are drying up. So we have 8, 11, 10. So 4,018 is what I got there. All right, 84 times 67. 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 56 equals 7 times 8. So 56 plus 2 is 58. Put our 0 there. 6 times 4 is 24. Look, we're going to add 2 again. So I could just leave it there because it's the same, right? 6 times 8 plus 2. And then we add, so 8, 12, 6, 5,628 for problem C. And problem D over here, 65 times 48. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 plus 4, so we got 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Put a 0 here. 4 times 5 is 20, so I'm going to carry my 2 and get rid of that plus 4. 4 times 6, 24, 25, 26. Add together 3,120. Okay, our last lesson practice problem is a word problem, so listen carefully. It says Maya is renting 21 tables for a reception. The rental charge is $29 per table. Explain how Maya can make a reasonable estimate of the total cost. So Maya is renting 21 tables for a reception. The rental charge is $29 per table. Here's your numbers. You want to explain how Maya can make a reasonable estimate for her rental charge. Pause me here, try that one out for a moment, and then come back when you're ready to see the answer. Okay, so we're going to be multiplying, and it's a reasonable estimate, which means we're going to start by rounding our numbers. So 21, I would round to 20. 29 is going to be rounded to 30. So you can explain that by showing me your work here, or you can explain it with words, saying first I would round both numbers. Then I would multiply 20 times 30. 2 times 3 is 6, and I have 1, 2 zeros, so I need 2 zeros in my answer. And it's money, so my reasonable estimate would be about $600. That is the end of today's lesson. You need to start your written practice, which is on page 570 after this video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.